Hello everyone, and welcome to sort of a new series I decided to try out, which I've decided to call Obscure Steam Game Showcase, and in it I'm basically just going to look at sort of the obscure, relatively unknown Steam games that are out there. And it'll just be sort of a first perspectives type of thing where I'm just going to play the game for more or less the first time and just sort of give my opinion on it. Now this first game, as you can kind of see with the seizure-inducing text in the background that's rotating, this game is called Snowflake Tattoo, and it only has 44 user reviews on Steam, and it's only got a 31% rating, so things aren't looking too good so far. It released in March 27th of 2015, so about a year ago. So let's just, I guess, take a look at it. Oh my god, I have to say, this text is really hard to read. It kind of feels like they sort of went for that, like, Hotline Miami feel, where there's a lot of sort of retro, kind of glitchy looking text and everything, but they executed it really poorly, and it kind of just, I don't know, it really hurts my eyes. I'm just gonna read this top part. You seem to be some kind of a light and hope to this place. I managed to hack you to light up this frozen tomb. It doesn't really make sense, but okay. This is an orbital frozen storage filled with doll steak? Okay. These will fetch a pretty penny, and I can sell these at the Abstraction, a trans-dimensional trading post. We need to invoke the traders by finding 10 of these poor sods in the right configuration of shadows. Okay then. Well then, what are we even doing? Oh god. Okay, so I use WASD and I'm like this little fish thing. I have no idea what that thing in the bottom right is. It looks like an anvil that's just randomly rotating, and when I stop it doesn't move anymore, so I think it's just symbolizing movement. And there's even more flashing text. Jeez. It feels like they tried to sort of recreate the feeling of a lot of those. I mean, I know there's a lot of sort of games that are meant to just give off that sort of homebrew, obscure kind of feel, and they have been kind of popular. I'm trying to think of a few, like, I don't know, a lot of the sort of RPG Maker classics out there that exist. I feel like they look just weird. Like, let me think. I can't think of the name of a single one of them. Space Funeral, I think, is one of them. It looks really weird and it doesn't make much sense, but that's kind of the whole point of it. And Yumi Nikki is another one. It seems like they sort of tried to make a game that's got that kind of weird inability to understand. Like, in the top right, okay, it appears that there's a bunch of stats, but they don't do a single thing. And we're just wandering. I don't know what we're doing exactly. Oh, there's text in the bottom left. I'm in debt to this Abstraction. They get me on these ships so I can search for my sister. In turn, I do this. Okay. Well, okay. And they kind of also tried to do that sort of thing where you just get a weird random menu, or not menu, where the story itself just doesn't make any sense, but that's the point, and it just doesn't feel that well executed. Oh my, what? Okay, I guess those are enemies. Whoa, okay, we can shoot. Okay, we can make like these mine things. And if I don't move... Whoa. Okay, they seem to be multiplying as well. What? I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, yeah, I planted these mines. Okay. I'm very confused. I'm very confused. What? For some reason, I guess you don't want to place mines, because they seem to be killing me. Yeah, because if I left-click with these crosshair thing... Okay, I can go over here. Okay, so there is a way out of that. What the hell? For some reason the mines you play seem to randomly multiply. so you don't really want to place them. I'm guessing these pickups... Okay, these pickups... I think these are dolls, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if they're all dolls or if they're stat bonuses, or... I don't know. All I can tell is my head is starting to hurt from this messed up visual. Or not this messed up visual, but all these messed up visuals. Yeah, like, this is sort of a... I think this is an example of how not to try to replicate the sort of feel of a game like Hotline Miami. Because I know the gameplay really isn't that much like it, but it's got that sort of visual style that they seem to try to have made. And it just doesn't work well. What? I don't know what... Okay, there's like these random pixels on the screen. I don't know if they're supposed to represent something. Like, I don't know if that's supposed to be a map in the background, or if it's just random pixels just there to mess you up. And this music, can you hear this music in the background? I don't even know how to describe it. It's just that sort of stuff where it's like you can tell it's just meant to be weird. Okay, you really don't want to place mines, because they just multiply to the extent that you end up dying. What the hell? I can now understand this game rating. It's kind of weird because like the controls and everything and the game itself, it seems like there's something they could have done here, but the game itself is just kind of a mess. Like, there's no real goal. There's this weird text that keeps popping up that's a story. This is a military installation. I guess it's off-world because of what goes on in here. Look at all these women. Okay, then. Yeah, there's like an obscure sort of story that's going on, but it seems to be pretty meaningless. Okay, there's another woman, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm getting these dolls or something. And I'm probably gonna die soon, so that's great. Oh yeah, and one thing I failed to mention, this game is $5 on the Steam store, which it's not that much money, but this is the sort of thing that I feel like you should, you know, find for like free on Game Jolt or something. This does not feel like the sort of thing that someone should really be charging money for. Kind of seems like just sort of a beginner game developer's project that... What the hell? Okay, got all the dolls apparently. Whatever the hell that means. Oh my god, now there's like this strobe light that's going on in the edge of my vision. So that's pretty great. Okay, now focus. Now focus. We need to find the tattoo before we freeze to death. Where have you seen that shape before? What? That shape? Is that what I'm looking for, or... Okay, there's a key. Okay. So it opened the door. Alright, then. Well, I think I just went through the door, right? I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, this really does feel like the sort of... Okay, and I'm dead, apparently. Great game. I understand the rating now. This game is just completely aimless. And I mean, I know there's plenty of sort of weird aimless games that are out there on Steam, but this is the type that there isn't even anything pleasant. Okay, there is that stuff. There's a... Okay, that's what that thing is over there. It's sort of like it's trying to do like a retro arcade list of the things you can collect. So there's doll steaks. We need 10 of them. Okay. We need salvage metal. I guess we don't need it, but it gives us HP. My sentient plasma walls. So that's what we drop, is plasma walls, apparently. There's archaic military drones. And keys? Well then. Deal with the tattoo later. Okay then. So I guess we're finding tattoos and doll steaks. Yeah, and those plasma things really mess your day up. Okay, that's where we were before. Yeah, we were just on the opposite side of that wall. So is this always just basically the same map? You just go in a different location, I'm guessing? Yeah, I was thinking that maybe at least this game had like a procedurally generated thing, but... Not really. It seems like it's the same map. Okay, that was salvage. I did hear the little voice in the background say salvage collected. Okay, so that opens the door. So I guess if we find the key, we can go through that door at any time. Apparently. Alrighty then. What the hell? I'm honestly just wondering, like, what exactly I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I know what I'm doing, but, like, what is the means to this? Like, what are the means to this end, sort of? Like, this feels like the sort of thing that would be like a mini-game and a bigger game. But this is just the entire game by itself, more or less. Yeah, there's many better things you could spend $5 on Steam. I mean, honestly, you could probably buy... Actually, during a sale, at least, you could probably buy freaking Fallout 4, something like that, which is a game that is much faster. Or not Fallout 4. I hope I said Fallout 3, because not Fallout 4. Though I'm sure in a couple of years that's a distinct possibility, but not right now. Okay. I know there's these, like, enemies, but it seems like some of them... I don't know. Okay, there's a lot more enemies this time around. Great, now I've got those stupid plasma walls surrounding my key, and I'm dead again. Well then. This game is really a thing. I'm gonna try it one more time and see how far I can get. Yeah, I don't know what they were really going for with this game. Not only is it really unpleasant to the eyes, but there's just like, it doesn't feel like you're doing anything. It just feels really aimless. Like, it feels like the sort of thing that someone could have popped out for like one of those 24-hour game making competitions. So the fact that someone's trying to make $5 off of this thing, it seems kind of crazy. Yeah, I know, game developers gotta eat too and all that, but this is the sort of thing that, I don't know, it just feels like a beginner project sort of deal. Verily, verily, I say unto you. Okay, what's the point of this text, really? Because how are you supposed to read it when you're in the middle of doing things? Okay, it seems like if you stop moving, time pauses. I'm in debt to the abstraction. Okay, yeah, I read that. So I think maybe the text is... I thought this text might be randomized, but it seems like it's always the same. I just haven't been able to read some of it because stopping every couple minutes to read a block of text, that isn't exactly a fun thing to do. As the moon goes down, the pain will rise, light up this ocean, and the fragments shimmer wild. Like it? No, I don't like it. It's not very good, actually. I must say. So is that a penis? I just noticed that. There's like, I think this is supposed to be our character, perhaps, because there's like, it looks like that's supposed to be like air, like cold air that we're breathing out, which is why we have to be concerned about heat, I guess. But is that like, what is that? I mean, that looks like a torso, head, legs. What was that? Can someone explain that to me? Yeah, it seems like you're basically just wandering around this labyrinth, collecting these doll steak things, and just, I don't know. That's about it. It's kind of weird, because, like, I feel like they could have really made something out of the mechanics of this game. Like, this could have actually been, like, a decent, say, shoot-'em-up or something. But, or not a shoot-'em-up, but a bullet hell kind of style of a game. And I guess if you could have actually shoot different types of projectiles, that could do something too. But it's like, I feel like conceptually this game is just flawed. It's just like, there's not really much to do or to look at or to experience. I mean, does it deserve the 39% rating or whatever? I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell, because, like, I'll admit, if I would have actually paid $5 for this game, I would have probably been pretty upset, but I got this in one of those random key packs that you can buy on different websites, which is how I got it. So this, as well as 9 other games, cost me probably like $5. So I'm not that upset, but if I actually paid for this game and expected it to sort of be a interesting indie sort of shooter games, I would have been very disappointed. What the hell? And this text, is the flashing really necessary? What? And I'm dead. Well then. I know I said one last try before, but I honestly expected my playthrough to last a bit longer. So I'm going to do one final try. And that's the other thing that's kind of messed up about this game. I know that roguelikes are sort of really in right now, so there's plenty of games out there where you can die in the first 10 minutes and that's about it, but honestly, dying every 9 minutes because I don't even know what the hell's going on, not exactly what I would like to call fun. I mean, at least there's other sort of rogue-like kind of games where dying is sort of a learning experience, but in this game, I don't feel like I'm learning a single thing. I'm just getting more confused as time's going on. And what is with all these stupid snowflakes as well? Okay, does going into the snowflakes do anything? Or, no, it doesn't seem like the snowflakes do a damn thing. They just sort of exist. I have no idea what the point of these mine things are, except to hinder your own progress later on. Yeah, because it's like now I can't even go through there without getting damaged, so great mechanic, I guess. I mean, I guess the game's like, I guess it does what it was meant to do, whatever that might be. Like, I'm not able to go through walls, and like I said, the controls feel pretty, like, slick, you know? Like, everything, nothing feels, like, the controls feel pretty tight, nothing feels too, like, janky or loose. And I mean, the cursor, the crosshair is, I guess, kind of interesting, but it's like, that's about all I can really say about the game that's good. I suppose whatever they were trying to do, they did it well, whatever the hell that might have been. Does seem like after a while those stupid things go away. I mean, the music isn't that bad, it's kind of interesting, I have to say, if you can really hear it at all. But for all I know, it might have just been music that was taken off of like a royalty-free website or whatever. So some of these guys are really annoying. Yeah, like you can destroy them eventually if you place enough mines around them, but then the thing is that then the mines are just gonna make your life harder in the future, so what's exactly the point? I turned the volume up a bit just so you can hear the background music, but I guess it's interesting. I mean, it just sounds like a bunch of booping and beeping. There's not really any melody or anything memorable, but it's a thing, that's for sure. Keep and eye on heat. We get +5 for every girl. This place is so different in your light. You know, when I wipe the frost from these tombs and see the soft features of the girls under your ultraviolet glow, I feel at peace. Okay. Honestly, I do feel like, though, if they would have made the gameplay a little bit less, like, weird and nonsensical. Actually, honestly, I feel like this would have been a game. If they would have made it, like, a linear experience with a linear story, it would have been a lot more interesting. But they just made this sort of randomized catacomb thing where you go around and catch these girls, steak girl doll things. Funny name you have, Ultraviolet. I think these girls were destined to something more glamorous than a living candle, perhaps. Okay. I think that is supposed to be a penis, to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure, though. Might just be my dirty mind. You never know. Yeah, this is just not fun. I've just... feels really aimless. I don't even know what is going on. I really don't. It's kind of funny because I'm sort of able to ignore all the flashing text, but once I every couple of seconds or every several seconds, I'll notice it again, and then it'll just cause me to sort of, I don't know, it'll just cause my eyes to feel strained. Yeah, it seems like these things are randomly placed while you're just walking. So it's not like you can... It's not like you have to memorize where you are in... Okay, there. That's it then. Well then. That was Snowflake Tattoo. It sure was something. That's really all I have to say. The game just felt really aimless and pointless. I mean, the graphics are also just... I don't know. They just really... They were basically just raping my eyes. I hate to use that word, but that's kind of the first thing I thought of. Is they just felt like they were stabbing my eyes with knives. Actually, I'm gonna look away from the screen. I suggest you don't watch this. Although it's a bit too late, I suggest you don't watch this in full screen because I can't really look at my screen right now. I'm just gonna put my hand in front of my eyes and keep talking. Yeah, I feel like if they would have just made the graphics a bit better looking and just made the game have a purpose instead of just a random collectathon with some weird ass story that doesn't make any sense, I feel like it could have made, I don't know, it could have been something, but with the way it is now, it really just doesn't feel like something anyone would really want to play. So yeah, that's about it with this game. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.